Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was like full throttle all week long. It was wild.
There's a group here from Oklahoma, and then there's a group from Texas. There's a group from a suburb of Chicago, at least right now. There's a lot of other groups too.
We had 150 youth in just to spread the gospel, to see what it's like to work in the inner city, and to just blitz this whole neighborhood with just service projects where we've blessed our neighbors.
They were such hard workers, they had such good attitudes. We were talking teenagers who are used to sleeping in, but they come here, getting up at 8 o'clock every day, and none of them were grumpy. I was shocked.
We really believe that mission is critical to the life of the church, and there's a challenge sometimes getting outside of the church. There's a mindset sometimes that we need to get inside and we need to protect young people from the world, and I think it's exactly the opposite. The Bible says that children are arrows in our quiver, and an arrow is a weapon, and it needs to be, a quiver is a safe place to protect an arrow, but there's a point where, what do you do with an arrow? You actually shoot it at the enemy.
Today we were able to come this morning at GodTown and help with their food distribution. So we got to help them divvy up the food and hand it out. We got to pray over a lot of people, which is really neat. And now we're going to go out into the community.
Today my group went to Salvation Army and we volunteered to spend the day with kids.
Our first day we worked at the men's shelter, and we were making beds there that day.
We are restoring one house down the block right now that's going to be called the Glory House. So one team went in there and just totally gutted it out, and they had a great time destroying things, is what we've heard.
This is normal mission life.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Well, I like doing mission trips because they're fun, and serving is one of my spiritual gifts. Like teamwork, that was really fun.
When we're working on projects like this, we really want to have a balance between doing really practical things, doing fun things, because to us, missions and ministry is very fun. It's good news is exciting, and we get to do it in practical ways that encounter people. So these kids, some of them never prayed for people before. They got to pray for people on the streets, and they got to encounter difficult things like drug addiction, broken families, all of the things that exist in inner city. They got to really have encounters with that and have an impact on it.
There were a lot of people who've never done anything like this before. It was a culture shock for them, because let alone all the people, that was something they're not used to, but then also all the different types of people, all the different nationalities we have here. And they were amazed at just the simplicity of the gospel, how just going up to someone, and because there was a language barrier, and yet just being so simple with the gospel, and it worked. God was still moving through that.
I love that they're in the heart of the community, and that they're just there to serve the people. They're really just serving out of the love they have from Christ, and they're doing it right where everybody lives.
Yeah, the kids have definitely been impacted by the program.
And at the end of the day, we feel good about what we did.
We have opportunities almost every day for people to come, and whether they're a group, small group, 2 or 3 people that want to come, once a week or once a month or, once a year, however they want to do it. They have a really safe, practical opportunity to go and encounter darkness and bring light and bring salt into that area.